Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2020 Waco Annual Charity Open here in Waco, Texas. This is the second stop at the Disc Golf Pro Tour. And thanks to Disc Golf Pro Tour for letting us use this footage. Make sure you go check out their YouTube channel and also check out the Disc Golf Network. This is the first of many post-production videos, and I am joined here with none other than Paul McBeth.
I'm excited for this.
This is the first ever Brodie and the Beast commentary. We did a Twitter poll, and that's what they wanted to call the commentary duo.
I like it. I'm glad we were able to play together.
Yeah, it was honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way for my first ever legitimate tournament. I don't know why I said legitimate. Literally the first ever tournament.
Yeah, this is your first tournament. You played a PDJ league, but that was just one round, and they put you right here on the feature card.
Yeah, I'm right with the three best players basically in the world, playing one of the more difficult courses on the tour, I think, especially when it's windy. And we're on a very difficult hole here.
Yeah, this is hole 1, par 3, 291 feet with OB on both sides. And Cale Leiviska, he is, he's from Minnesota. This is, he might be the only one to take that line in the whole tournament.
I thought anyone that takes the middle line is an absolute maniac. And Cale, I met him at the Wintertime Open, and it was awesome to meet him, and I'm glad he was on this card as well. Super nice guy. And you just basically showed me exactly what needed to be done on this hole. That was perfect. With machete, right?
Yeah, that was machete. I thought that was going to go in the basket for a second, but I knew if it had a chance to go in the basket, it also had a really good chance of going OB, so I was happy to see it hit the ground.
And there's another familiar face to the YouTube channel here, Drew Gibson. We did a video with him showing how to get some extra distance on your throws. And so, all in all, this is an incredible card.
Yeah, what are you thinking right here? How are you feeling?
Well, I'm pulling out the machete, which is the exact same disc you threw, and I'm literally trying to just focus on the line you threw, but the nerves are high right now, and I'm just trying to go back to my form, get a good X step, just get a good throw on it, and get off. And honestly, as soon as it left my hand, I was very happy that it was on green grass.
Yeah, this isn't a very long hole, but it's a difficult one to start on, especially for your first throw, your first tournament. I was happy to see you throw it inbounds, and you were definitely pumped after.
Yeah, it was. It's tight up there. If you look at it, it's really tight. And this is like from 30 feet, and just an absolute. That's just nerves. I just said it. I did not feel very confident in that putt.
Yeah, that's one that you won't do again. So it was good. It kind of took all the pressure off. You're like, all right, I can't get worse than that.
Yeah, but it felt good to have the pressure, man. It felt good to have the vibes. It's been a long time since I've actually really competed, and so being back into it and getting back into the mix, it's something that I missed a lot and really excited to get back into it. So you just cash that in.
Yeah, Drew made a good putt right there, and that was a good one right there. It was like 15 feet, but it's like right there where you start to think about it, so it felt good to knock that out. And there you are, your first hole.
Yeah, first par of my career. Feeling pretty good about it. And yeah, we're off. And we had a decent sized crowd here, guys. It was nice to see the crowd out on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, it was, and I think a lot of it had to do with you. So you definitely had the crowd behind you, so that was awesome to see. But yeah, it was probably, I would say, over 100 people, maybe close to 2.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, like a Thursday afternoon, like you said, that's impressive.
Now this par 4 here, hole number 2, it's not like super challenging off the tee, but you definitely have to make sure that you hit your lines, because that out of bounds does come into play with the headwind. If you get over on it too much, you can definitely kind of throw that one in the water.
Yeah, off this tee shot, you actually have to make a choice. There's that crooked tree right there. You either want to go left or right. I think most players will choose to go right of it, kind of give themselves maybe like a forehand look off the second shot. So I expect to see everyone go that way.
And you just pumped that one too with a force. And again, I'm going to do exactly kind of what you do. Throw pretty much the same disc, and Drew just absolutely, I don't know what disc that was, but he annihilated that one.
Yeah, he went big distance right there.
Yeah, just got it up there a little bit. Cale again, going for a launch here.
Yeah, Cale's just so smooth off the tee. Honestly, all his shots are just so smooth. It's fun to watch.
I was really excited to see what he was going to do in the woods because I was talking to him earlier, and he said this is the first time. Yep, this was a little crank out to the right. But I got lucky, hitting safe there, and I didn't really know what it was. Is that me talking to it?
Body language. Some body language to bring that one back.
Yeah. And now, honestly, this is something where you told me, if you can pick a shot from earlier in a round to replicate, do that. And that's exactly what I did there. That was almost identical to hole one. So I just told myself, do exactly what I just did on the first hole.
Yeah, it looked like you had the same disc, same line, and almost the same result, about 20 feet left.
Yep.
Ooh, and this one, I think it was that side hill that he was on.
I was going to say, how difficult is that throwing off a side hill like that?
It just pulls your weight towards, whatever way the hill's pointed. And unfortunately there it was pulling him OB, and he wasn't able to adjust to that.
And now you're attacking this with a zone.
Yeah, just getting a forehand up there. A little bit further right than I wanted, but we did have that headwind, so I was kind of trying to play it safe away from that OB, kind of like we just watched Cale do.
Yep. And then Drew's throwing some looks like a putter or some sort of slower disc kind of just into the circle there. And this is kind of our first shot of the crowd. You can kind of just see the people here. It's a pretty decent sized crowd.
Yeah, it's always fun to play in front of crowds. Kind of just makes it just gives it a different vibe. I really like it.
And they were rambunctious. They were into it. They were feeling it for like a Thursday, round one situation. Yeah, it was good, man. The vibes were there.
Yeah, I enjoy having the people out there.
And that's tough right there. That's his par putt. Just coming up. It looks like a little bit short, right? Just didn't get enough on it.
Yeah, that's kind of his first putt of the round. He kind of had to lay up on hole one, so we were able to knock him out on the first one. This is for your first birdie.
Bam. Not the most confident, I would say, because I don't know if I hit that many chains. It kind of just went in the bottom of the basket, but
no, it's got to feel good though.
A birdie is a birdie, and just like that, I'm under par right now through two, which is great. And Drew's got this now to clean up his birdie to go birdie to start. Yeah,
one thing Drew's really worked on this offseason is his putting. That's kind of always hindered him from getting a few wins on tour. And last 2 weeks ago, he was really competing for a win, and that was the most improved thing. Was we saw him knocking down a lot of putts.
Yeah, the dude can bomb it. So if he can dial in his putts for sure, he definitely puts himself in contention. And there we are through two holes. The heart is still. At this point, the heart's still kind of pumping. I don't know how you're feeling, but I still was kind of feeling it right now.
Yeah, same here. I like getting those pre-round nerves, those pre-round jitters. Kind of just shows me I still got a passion for this game. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling it with you.
Now this is kind of a tricky hole for me. It's kind of like distance-wise, it's kind of like right in between. With the headwind, it's kind of like right in between like a full shot and just a little bit off. And I always was kind of messing around with how hard I needed to throw this. This was something kind of hard for me to dial in the correct distance.
Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention too is they moved the basket from last year on hole 2 about 30 feet further, and maybe 15 feet more right. And then they did the same with this one. They moved it about 30 feet longer. Oh, caught an early tree there, but they moved about 30 feet longer. It kind of changed the shot a little bit.
Just made it a little bit more challenging maybe this year.
Yeah, you got to put a little bit more power on it, or you have to switch disc from the previous year. And I was trying to flex a driver through there and kind of cut that middle tree. And it's the same thing. You got to make the choice. Do I want to be on right or the left? And Drew threw that one nice right there.
Yeah, I'm going with a Z Force here. Just a super overstable disc that I can trust is going to go left. Now, honestly, that was kind of the line I wanted, but just not the right height. I needed to get it up a little bit more so that it could actually finish left and not, finish kind of into that hillside. Yeah, and kind of what Cale did.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Made that adjustment right there. Just caught. There's 3 guardian trees right there. If you get past those, you're right under the basket. Here I'm going with the forehand zone. Just mainly because of the wind. I felt like that gap was pretty big on the left, but I know the zone will fight the wind.
That's pretty perfect right there. It's a good shot.
Right there in that comfort range, 15 feet on this elevated basket.
And that's something that you'll see too, is those type of shots, they seem so easy watching, at home. But when you're in that position, it's you have to get this up and down. and it puts a little bit more pressure. And there's no way I'm running that.
No, that took you about 2 seconds to step up to it and lay it up.
Yeah, I had Nick Carl in the bag, which was awesome to have. And I told him right away, walking up to it, I'm like, I'm laying up. I'm 1 under going into the woods. I'm fine with that. And that's a good start for Drew. 3 in a row right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Start with the turkey.
Yep. Just feeling it kind of coming off, playing really, really well right now. And then you got this basically to clean up your par.
Still a little tester. Looks further on camera.
Yeah. And with the elevated basket, too. Elevated basket with the wind, it's no joke. Yeah. I thought I loved elevated baskets. Truth is, elevated baskets in the wind, not that fun. Makes it a little bit more challenging.
Here's some par cleanups right here.
Yeah. And that was my first, official tap-in. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
It feels good to just kind of have those long arms to just reach out and just kind of drop it in. And that's the first 3 holes. Now we are basically going into the woods. And I think this is what the people at home really were excited to see, is how I was going to fare inside these tight quarters, because I think when you're out and about, you can kind of get away with, missing your lines a little bit. And in here, you can't. And, in our practice rounds, there was a lot of shots that you were kind of walking me through because I've never, had to throw any of those shots before.
Yeah, like the drone just showed us, this is par 4, hole number 4, 441 feet, all woods. Mm-hmm. And it's not like when you go in the rough, it's dense. You're pitching out left and just trying to get back to the fairway. There's not really any room to advance forward. And
that right there is what you want to do. That's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that's my best drive ever on the hole in practice or tournament rounds. I could almost jump putt from there.
And I'm just trying to, again, we have the same disc. We're both throwing buzzes. I'm trying to do the same thing you did. And I just kind of pulled it a little bit out to the right. It honestly wasn't terrible. I just missed my line maybe by 15, 20 feet to the right.
Yeah, the fairway itself is only about 25 feet right too. So you were still down the middle, but you want to be a little bit more left.
And whoever planted that tree is a really smart person, because that's right where a lot of people ended up going, just smack dab right in it.
It just draws your eye while you're running up, to tee off. So.
Oh, geez, cameraman, watch out.
Yeah, getting a little close there. But you can see the gallery just sprinkled throughout the woods.
Yeah, it was interesting watching this. And this was a shot that when I saw that, I was like, dang, okay, that's something I need to learn. I've never tried that before.
Yeah, it's like approaching with a putter or a mid-range, but you're just doing it with a high-speed driver. So you kind of lay it up the same way, but once that wide rim hits the ground, it just takes off.
Yeah, I love that. And now here, this is absolutely perfect. You can just attack it with your Luna. Yep. And just have something slide up, pin high. You can't play the hole any better than that.
I'll land that about 25 feet short and just let it slide up there. And Cale, you don't see this too often from him, a forehand. He's got it, but he doesn't go to it too often.
Yeah, that's smooth as butter right there.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great par. I'm assuming he's going to make that.
Yeah, and this might have been my first mistake here. Might have been my first one. I don't even want to really talk too much about missing the line with the forehand. It wasn't a good throw, but the backhand was just so much more open there. And that's probably what you're talking to Nick right there in the background is, why the heck did you make him throw a forehand?
Yeah, kind of take your percentages there. If you would have went backhand, you're guaranteed to have a putt because, there's more trees there, but you're going to be within 20 feet of the basket.
Yeah.
And the forehand, if you hit that gap, you're parked, but, it's maybe 40-60 that you hit the gap compared to 90-10 on the right side.
Yeah, it's just playing the percentages, and that's something that I think, after tournaments, just picking that up and learning from it and moving forward. But
yeah, definitely an experience thing. You probably will start to catch on, in the future tournaments.
Yeah. And you just got to tap in there. And that actually was my first scuba in tournament play right there. And that's a throw. I don't know if you guys have seen yet on social media, but that's definitely a throw that I'm going to go to a lot because it's something that's very comfortable to me. I know I can control the distance really, really well. And, on some of those longer up shots, if I want to give it a good run and not have it get too out of control, for me, the scuba is kind of a great throw. So...
yeah, I'm really impressed with how you throw it. It's just crazy how you're so controlled and just the way that it stops when it hits the ground.
All right, and we are back to the action here on hole 5, par 3, 261 feet. It's got like kind of two little humpy humps. I don't know what you call that. Is that humpty hump? Is that the proper terminology you guys would use?
Exactly what we use.
And this was one that actually we worked on quite a bit because I was kind of on my struggle bus here. I didn't really know how to throw this pass.
Yeah, we all came back here and practiced this one. It was giving us some trouble. And I decided it was my purple buzz that I needed to throw here, as that clearly wasn't my purple buzz.
Yeah, what happened? Did you just switch it last second?
I think I forgot. It was just a lapse.
A little mental lapse.
Yeah, but no, with these two little hills here, it's hard to get them up top like that. Like Drew, that's a
perfect.
Great
throw.
I mean, but it's surprisingly hard because you can't really see it too well. But it's a low ceiling. You only have about 10 feet above those two hills there, and he's pushing the ceiling right there.
Yeah, and Cale again, he kind of did the right gap. Drew kind of did the left gap a little bit, but they're right below the ceiling.
And you followed me here.
I know. What am I? This might have been the one time I shouldn't have fallen you.
Yeah.
Like normally following you is a great idea. I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone rover and just, Ricky Bobby, try to do it my own way. But
that upshot right there, I was trying to get up the hill, just threw it too high and caught that tree, and I'm in circle 2 at least.
And that's when you should anti-putt. And I didn't know how to do that at that moment.
Yeah, you learned after.
Yeah, that was definitely a moment of, okay, I did not know how to putt that. I need to learn how to throw an anti-putt there. And that's that's why you're number 1.
That felt good right there.
And what is that, 40 feet? 45?
Yeah, 45, 48, somewhere in there. I was just feeling the putt today.
Yeah.
Round 1 feature card, I was feeling it.
Yeah, that's huge right there. And I just blasted that. If I missed that was going to be 40 feet by. But I was making sure I was not going to be short there.
No, that's a great putt. Those are hard. You got the 20-footer left after a circle 2 putt. They're not easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Couple tap-ins here for Cale and Drew.
Yeah, a good birdie from Cale. Get him back to even par. And Drew's still on a roll.
Yeah, Drew's crushing here, 4 through 5.
Yeah.
That's a great start.
Yep. And then we got you and Cale both at even right now. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, if the tournament ended right now, I would not be too upset. Four shots behind the lead? Come on.
All right, hole 6 here. Par 3, 261 feet. This is a fun one. I like this hole. It's pretty tight off the tee, but then you can kind of see it opens up down here by the green, but you have to have it, going right pretty hard at the end.
It's like that touch, right? It's like the touch to get enough distance forward and then have it, basically just fall out of the sky right.
Yeah, and you see Drew going with the forehand here. He went with that inside gap, but he's down there in the circle.
And is that like more of a drive? That looked like more of like a fairway driver versus a mid. Overstable fairway driver. And is this your buzz or is the Buzz SS?
Buzz
maybe?
SS, yep. I went a little inside but got lucky.
And you hit that tree.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. That looked like it was gonna be parked after you left it out of your hands.
Yeah, it felt good. Got in the circle, giving myself opportunity. Cale just being smooth, going putter. A little too straight though.
Got a nice little bounce off one of those little tree limbs. This was also another kind of nemesis hole for me that I was really struggling with. I'm going with the jawbreaker zone here.
That was a good flight, just a little wide.
Yeah, it's still even watching it out of my hand, it's still, I can tell I'm throwing it kind of nose up. It's not, it's not really what I want to do.
I think we missed your layup here too, your approach.
I think I made it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you already approached the basket. Yeah, this is your par putt.
Maybe I didn't make it. It's a pretty decent long par putt. Oh, what is that? A little scoop-a-loop? What do you call that?
Just short. That's just short.
Just not good. No. And that's tough. You never really want to make a bogey on a hole that's under, 270 feet.
Yeah, and this is about 20 feet right here.
Yeah, and you're just cashing it, man. Your stroke is feeling it right now.
Yeah, felt good. Confident. When your putt feels good, drives seem to be easy. And then you and Drew right here kind of stood awkwardly and stared at each other for a bit. I
thought we were like, yo, you go, and then we ended up both just going into the forest and staring at each other. So played a little game of stare. But Drew again keeping it going, man.
5 through 6. That's a hot start.
Yeah.
This is your first little test
straddle
putt. Yeah.
First straddle putt too. First career straddle putt.
scrambling. This is for a bogey too. So
thank goodness I practiced my straddle putts. Activate the the glutes and just fire away. Nick kind of walking away in disgust. My caddy's not liking it. All right, so I gotta get fired up a little bit.
Yeah, bring the energy.
Yeah.
Cale just tapping out another par.
He just seems like even keel too. Like he doesn't. There's not really anything that he's gonna do that's gonna like extremely excite you, but he's never gonna make a mistake. Like it's just like so smooth. Like everything just makes everything look so easy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Cale. I mean, he's been around a long time, and that's kind of how I've known him.
Yeah.
Just plays the golf simple.
Some people say even keel. We might have to start saying even Cale. All right, you talk about this hole because this one's a fun one.
Hole 7, par 4, 462 feet. It's not that long, for a par 4, but it's challenging. You got a tunnel tee shot that kind of opens up to the left side, and then it kind of snakes back to the right, and then you have this little, what would you call that, little ditch, a little canyon in there?
Yeah.
That you gotta cross in order to get to the basket. And Drew's going right there with the mid range. But it's a gettable par 4 if you want to take the risk.
Yeah, I have seen some people, and we did a practice round with Big Germ, and he kind of was showing how to get there with a forehand, and I looked at it for a split second. I said absolutely not. I'm not going to attempt to do that at all.
Yeah, I don't try to do it either.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I had a little slip right there. Caught the last tree, kicked out. Going to be scrambling, but you can see the goal is just to get out in the field and approach from there.
Cale fought through the tree limbs there a little bit. He's fine.
Yeah,
I'm going with a buzz here. Just going to try to rip one through.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, I felt that one. Yeah, that one was great.
That's way up there. You held the pose for a bit. Oh, a replay.
I get a replay on a drive.
Oh, boy.
I was going to yell, "Are you not entertained?" And then I realized I wasn't under par, and that probably was not the right time or place to do that.
I got a lot of poison ivy on my legs right now.
Wait, is that right there?
This is where I got it from, yeah.
Well, that should be motivation for your next tournament.
But
wait, what was that?
That I didn't see it happen, so I'm just saying it was a good shot.
Yeah. Sometimes I think, there's little monkeys that you train that just pick up your disc and put it right underneath the basket, but there we see that, you got a nice little kiss, but it is what it is. It was a good shot from where you came from.
I sacrificed the body for that shot.
Yeah, hopefully the poison ivy, hopefully that, it feels a little bit sticky tonight.
Man, those were two great
what the heck? They made that look that was way harder than it really looked. And this is something that, oh man, I now that I look at it, I threw that way too high. Yeah, I need to laser that like at the bottom of the pole.
Yeah, you could throw it. Yeah, right at the pole, bottom of the cage on that one. The distance will let it kind of drop. You just kind of sent it over a little bit. Now you got a tester here.
Yeah, that was my first Kelsey putt.
Oh no, what's a Kelsey putt?
If you want to go back and watch my round with Kelsey, you can kind of see it's just, you just throw it up there and it has literally no chance of going in. And you guys are just tapping in.
Yeah, we got three birdies right here.
Yep, and that's how you should play the hole. Almost had a star frame, and I let you guys down. Is that what you guys are snickering about right now?
Yeah,
saying, "Gosh, dang it, Brodie."
Yeah, we're probably not gonna have a star frame today.
He's had one birdie in 7 holes. It's not looking good for us. But I'm battling. I'm one over here, which is all right. I'll take it. Going to the 8th hole. Another one. This is kind of very similar to the 6th hole. It's a little bit shorter, but for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like it's that short. 213 feet. It feels longer than that. And I don't know if that's maybe just because this narrow gap is so long that you have to keep, a disc kind of propelling itself forward, with some force so that it doesn't get offline. But
oh, definitely. It's one where you don't have to throw it too hard, but you feel like you have to control the disc the whole way down the fairway.
Yeah.
And then once you get to the basket, if you're right side, you can be down that ditch and have no putt. So
I think this is a great par 3, right? It's like right there in front of you. You know what you have to do, but it's not a gimme.
Yeah, and I think it's right at that distance too, 213 feet, where you're kind of like really touch-shotting it, and you kind of lose that control to where if it was 270, 280, you'd feel more confident because you're throwing the disc so much harder.
Yeah.
And just letting your body naturally throw it for you instead of trying to let up on it. But that was a great shot from Cale.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. I'm coming here, I think, with the forehand. Yep, the forehand jawbreaker.
Ooh.
And
Sneaking through though.
Yeah, that was
gonna be parked if it didn't hit that.
Yeah, that's one that's like I didn't really deserve it because I didn't, hit my gap. But that's a skinny tree.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't just play it down right. But
and just kind of have like an up putt, from down below.
I didn't see where he was.
Oh, what do you call that when you start running after it? Just confidence?
I guess so. Yeah, it has to be confidence. I'm surprised he didn't pull an arrow out.
What is that? All right.
A little soft. It didn't seem
Maybe
like
it slipped out of my hand.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he fully committed to it.
Trying to make all the excuses, but yeah. I think that's the one where it's like I'm looking down the barrel of a gun and I'm just thinking about if I miss, it's not going to be great. And I'm probably going to miss more when I think that way. So I might as well just focus on making it.
That's right. That's what you said around this point is you were thinking about where you want your miss to be placed rather than making it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just changing that confidence right before you putt. I think that's huge. Definitely something I was working on throughout the round. And just watching you guys putt too, I mean, it's super helpful because, I mean, anything inside of 40 feet, you guys are all staring it down like you're just going to make it. And it's just getting that confidence of, like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. 40, like you said, 40 feet in, we feel like we should be able to make it from anywhere. So, yeah, it's a confidence factor. Yeah, here we go. We're going to hole number 9. This is
this is the final one.
Yeah, it's formerly known as a par 5 last year.
Yeah, surprisingly, I don't know what happened, but I got to this course, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, by the way, we made this course way harder than last year. So that was a nice little gift, I guess, for my first tournament. But
yeah, hole number 9, par 4, 519 feet. It's another one that's not, judged like by its length, but more of the challenge it has. It's got a tight fairway off the beginning. You got the choice. You could either be right side or left side. There's no going down the middle here. You got to make a choice early. And I thought I laced it right here.
Yeah, I thought you were absolutely perfect. I'm curious as what. It just clipped the little tree at the very end.
Yeah, the goal is to get down to the bowl down there and kind of have an open look for your birdie. But if you don't get down there, it's kind of hard to reach the basket.
Yeah, you guys are all just about 30 feet, just little too short. And Drew now ripping one. Oh, you little slipped. Did not get affected at all.
Still got enough on it. Yeah, that's where you want to be.
Oh my gosh.
Right next to the Canadian.
Yeah. I got to play with that guy in the second round. Really funny dude. And I'm going with the Undertaker here. And
just
gosh, I didn't. Oh man, I still have yet to hit someone, so I'm hoping I keep that going. But that was close. That was also close too. I'm definitely trying to get that out of the way here.
Yeah, a little hard there. And this one, I was just feeling so confident. I'm like, I can throw it to the basket from anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were doing here. I thought you blacked out for a second. Because I didn't know there was even a chance for you to get close to the basket, but people started clapping. So I don't know if they were clapping because you're Paul McBeth or they're clapping because you actually, made a ridiculous shot. Might have been both.
Yeah, I'll take it either way.
And you can see, we were snapping through here.
Yeah, we were quick playing at this point.
Yeah, we were. And this, okay. This, I feel like, was one of my best shots of the round.
Yeah, it looked really good. Looked like a small window, but it didn't come up the hill because you hit a root.
Yeah, that root right there.
There it is. Yeah.
Mother Nature, man, at its finest sometimes,
Drew just laying up.
That's smart. Far. Yeah. Because there's just so many trees on the right-hand side.
Here you go, second scuba.
Oh, man, second scuba. I'm thinking make here. Everyone's watching. Oh, it scared it for a second. But that's where we talked, too, about that. I was like, hey, I want a disc that can, go more right. Oh, man, what happened there?
Yeah, that's where my upshot landed.
Jam that in. Holy cow. That was for birdie?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Insane. That would have been an insane birdie. I don't know how many birdies were on this hole throughout the round. It's probably not that many.
No, not with it being a par 4 now.
Yeah. Well, if I was born 1 year earlier, that would have been a par. There you have it, though. That is the round. That's going to do it for the front 9, man. That's a fun one. My heart's already beating again going into round 2. My goodness. I'm ready. Guys, the back 9, it gets even better. So make sure you subscribe. to my channel. Subscribe also to the Disc Golf Pro Tour YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys back here for the back nine. Brodie and the Beast. We out. Keep slinging them discs.